Let's begin the story. The Bear and the Gardener. In a quiet valley full of green grass, there lived a very kind gardener. He wore a yellow straw hat and a blue outfit every single day. He loved talking to his bright flowers and tall trees. But sometimes, he felt a little bit lonely in his big garden. High up in the snowy mountains, a big brown bear lived all by himself. He had soft fur and very large, friendly eyes. The bear spent his days looking at the valley below. He wished he had a special friend to share his honey and berries with today. One sunny morning, the bear walked down the mountain and met the gardener. They looked at each other and smiled very wide. The gardener saw that the bear was very gentle. They shook hands and became the best of friends right there in the middle of the path. The gardener invited the big bear to live in his beautiful garden. The bear was so happy that he did a little dance. He loved the smell of the roses and the shade of the trees. It was the most magical place the bear had ever seen in his life. The garden was filled with red tulips and bluebells. In the center stood a very large apple tree with juicy fruit. The bear helped the gardener water the plants with a small bucket. They worked together under the warm sun, feeling very happy and proud of their home. Every afternoon, the sun felt very warm and cozy. The gardener would put his straw hat over his face. He liked to take a long nap under the big apple tree. The grass was soft like a blanket. He drifted off to sleep while the birds sang songs. The bear wanted to be a very helpful friend. While the gardener slept, the bear stood guard like a brave soldier. He watched for any tiny bugs that might wake his friend up. He used his big paw to gently brush away any tickly flies that buzzed near. One day, a very stubborn fly flew into the garden. It was a tiny fly, but it made a very loud buzzing sound. It zoomed around the gardener's head in circles. The bear watched the fly closely. He did not want his dear friend to wake up too early. The fly landed right on the gardener's nose. The bear used his soft paw to shoo it away. But the fly just buzzed back again. It landed on the gardener's chin and then on his forehead. The bear frowned because the fly was being very rude to his friend. The bear grew very frustrated with the tiny fly. "How dare you bother my sleeping friend?" He growled very quietly. He did not want to make a loud noise. He tried to catch the fly with his hands, but the fly was much faster than the big, clumsy bear. The bear decided he needed something much bigger than his paw. He looked around the garden for a special tool. He wanted to stop that fly once and for all. He saw a pile of smooth stones near the flower bed. He thought he had a very smart idea. The bear picked up a large, flat stone with his big paws. He waited very still for the fly to return. The fly zoomed down and landed right on the gardener's nose again. The bear took a deep breath. He was ready to help his friend have a quiet nap. The bear brought the stone down with a mighty thump. He was very successful because he definitely got the fly. But the bear was very clumsy and strong. He did not know that the stone was too heavy. The sound echoed through the quiet garden and the valley. The poor gardener woke up with a very big bump on his head. It was a very rude awakening for him. He looked at the bear and the large stone. He realized that the bear had a very kind heart, but he did not have a very sharp mind. From then on, the gardener used a net for his naps. He still loved his bear friend very much, but he learned to pick his helpers carefully. It is important to have friends who are both kind and wise. They lived happily ever after in their beautiful garden. Thanks for watching. The Bear and the Gardener.